For the first time, the Black Teachers Association of Alberta is offering programming to students across the province in celebration of Black History Month. Today, we welcome a familiar face to many people in Edmonton. Andrew Parker is an activist and local high school teacher, and he's turned his love of basketball into a tool to help mentor young Black leaders in our community. Thank you so much for joining us, Andrew.
It's my extreme pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
So first off, I wanted to chat with you about your involvement with being an advocate for kids in the community. You've hosted basketball tournaments and camps for kids. So tell us about your love of basketball and how it's shaped you into the person you are today.
Well, my love of basketball started as a youngster growing up in North Edmonton. That's my home, that's my neighborhood. And being mentored by people like Coach Tom Alniski and Coach Nickel at Concordia University, and then making my way over to University of Alberta and playing some basketball there, and then eventually becoming a professional athlete for about 5 or 6 years there. And I'm just watching these highlights and I'm laughing at it because it seems like it's so far away, but it's only a couple years. But basketball has been my love, and I've always wanted to share that love with our community and also to support every single kid in our community's passion for the game as well.
We've been chatting with you for many years now. I think some of that video was from 2013. So what drives you to give back to the community?
Well, it takes a village to raise a child. It's an African proverb, and it still reigns true even now in this modern society. 2022, we're still here trying to push for these youth to have resources, to have outlets. It's very easy to fall into the traps, the ills of society, if you don't have supports and resources. So what we try to do as an organizational committee for the Pride of the North Side AGP Flight School is to give these kids options, number one, and number two, allow them to have motivation in their lives and to be surrounded by different forms of motivation so that when they become adults, they'll make those positive choices for their community.
Now, you are a teacher here in Edmonton, and you co-founded the Black Teachers Association of Alberta. Why was it important for you to do that?
Up until that point, we didn't really have that many opportunities as a Black community to connect in education. It was, a PD here or there, or not too many cross-district connections for our community. So we took it upon ourselves after the unfortunate murder of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor to address the civil rights movement, but also address what is education doing right now to support Black, Indigenous people of color? What are we doing to combat anti-racism? And what are we doing to celebrate the Black excellence that exists in Edmonton, in Alberta, in Calgary, and of course, the nation of Canada? So we wanted an opportunity to communicate with each other, to have influence into different things like curriculum and policy, and also the support systems that are necessary to ensure that our youth are getting everything that they need out of education.
Do you know how many members you have now?
Currently, we got about 60. I was going to say 62, but it's 63. Somebody just DM'd me on Instagram, a teacher from Calgary, and we're going to add his name to the list. We're about 63 members right now across the whole entire province.
Okay. Now tell me about the programming that the Black Teachers Association is offering this month.
So we have a number of initiatives. A lot are headed by Sarah Adamakwanta, who's the co-founder of the Black Teachers Association. She started a partnership with Northwest College, which allowed some members of the BIPOC restaurant community, food industry community, to connect with students here in the city of Edmonton and Calgary and Alberta. So she's heading that initiative with Northwest College. We also have the Black Student Association Summit, which will be the first one ever. It's happening February 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. I'll be heading that with a bunch of amazing teachers that are currently supporting BSAs, Black Student Associations, anti-racism groups, and social justice groups. And we're going to bring all the kids together so they can learn about each other and also talk about the things that they enjoy about the culture, not just the challenges that are presented in society.
And just finally, what do you hope people take away from Black History Month this year?
Number one is that the community is willing and able to do this streamlining efforts. We would also love to see the institutional support, whether that's businesses, whether that's politics, whether that's education. If we can come together as a community and do this work on our own with the resources that we have, imagine if we were able to partner with these institutions and say, okay, the Black Teachers Association is working in conjunction with this institution, that institution, so on and so forth, and it's authentic. We'd love to see more activism. We'd love to see more support. We'd love to see more representation. It just has to happen on a genuine level. So anybody here in the city of Edmonton or in the province of Alberta, if you'd love to connect, please contact us at the Black Teachers Association Instagram or myself directly at Andrew Parker AGP on Instagram. I'll gladly provide you guys with any resources and supports that you need.
Well, thank you for everything that you do. It's really nice chatting with you. That's Andrew Parker, co-founder of the Black Teachers Association of Alberta.
Buying a home is a challenge